Okay. So, good afternoon, my dear friends. How are you all doing? Good afternoon. Okay, amazing. So, my dear friends, along with determination of price, now we are also discussing determination of output levels. So, it's both price and output that we are headed on to. Okay. So, pay attention. Price determination we discussed. Today also we will continue that, but along with output determination as well. All right. So, my dear friends, first of all, I'll start with different types of market or market structures. You remember I have taught you this, but we have done this in a very concise or a brief manner. Yes, sir, we do remember. That is what now we are doing in more detailed fashion. That is what now we are doing in a much more detailed fashion. So, sir, we can get into the discussion. Let's get into the jive of things. All right. So, we are discussing the different types of market structures. The different types of market structures. Okay. The different types of market structures is what we are discussing. Okay. I am sure all of you are ready while we are at it. The different types of market structures. Okay. Yes. So, my dear friends, if we discuss about the major types, you will get perfect competition, monopoly, almost no competition, and then monopolistic competition or oligopoly, imperfect competition. So when you talk about imperfect competition, you are referring to monopolistic competition and oligopoly. Because in reality, in monopoly, you see, there is no close substitute. There is nobody close to you. Sir, if we have done this already, then why are you doing it again? My dear friends, the last time I did it, it was a very brief manner. It was discussed in a very brief fashion. Today, we are going to discuss each and every one of them in a very, very, very detailed approach. So today, so simply speaking, sir, today is much more detailed class, right? Yes. Today's class is much more detailed that way. Okay. Let's go ahead one by one. Let's try and understand each one of them. All right. So let's talk about perfect competition. My dear friends, perfect competition is a market which has a very large number of buyers and sellers. Not large, not large. I'm saying very large number of buyers and sellers. Huge, huge, huge number of buyers and sellers. Okay, sir, we got this. So there are huge number of buyers and sellers. So what is the implication? Like, what do you mean, sir? What is the implication? What is the implication of this? If there is a very large number of buyers and sellers, what is the implication? My dear friends, whenever there are very large number of sellers and very large number of buyers, it means none of them possess bargaining power. None of them has the power to influence the market prices. Simply speaking, sellers cannot decide the price. Even buyers cannot alone decide the price. Then who decides the price? Market forces of demand and supply. Neither the sellers have strong control nor the buyers have strong control over the market. So none of them have bargaining power. You see, bargaining power is possessed by that individual which is less in number. So if let's say sellers are few in number and buyers are plenty. So buyers know that since there are few sellers, you have to agree to their terms and conditions. Like for example, if you see aircraft manufacturing, it's done either by this Boeing Airlines or there is this one. Boeing and then there is this Airbus, I remember. Airbus and Boeing are, making this particular, what should we call it? This particular airlines. Now, since they are manufacturing aircrafts, the aircraft companies hardly have any option. You cannot say that, no, we will go to somebody else. Come on, you cannot. Only two are manufacturing as it is. Achha. So there is this one number thing. Now, moving on to number two. If the buyers were few in number, then buyers would have more bargaining power. If sellers were few in number, sellers have high bargaining power. Buyers few in number, buyers would have high bargaining power. But my dear friends, you tell me, perfect competition is a market which does not exist in reality, which does not. No, if you ask me, I will say no real example I can give for it. No real example I can give for it. Because there isn't any. Yes, Markets that closely resemble perfect competition is, your agricultural markets, vegetable market, all these markets. But in reality, there is no such market having all the exact features. Got it, sir? Now, my dear friends, so perfect competition is a market characterized by very large number of buyers and sellers, characterized by very large number of buyers and sellers, very, very huge number. And what are they doing? They are selling homogeneous products. What are they doing, my dear friends? They are selling homogeneous products. What are they doing? They are selling homogeneous products. Achha. So what kind of products are they selling? Sir, they are selling homogeneous products. What kind of products are they selling, sir? Sir, they are selling homogeneous products. What does it mean, sir? My dear friends, it means that their products, please pay attention, they are selling homogeneous product. What does it mean, sir? It means that the products are exactly the same. They are exact replica of one another. What does it mean, sir? It means they are homogeneous. Homogeneous means that the products are exact replica of each other. The products are exact replica of each other. Okay, is this what you are telling, sir? Yes. There is no difference in the design. There is no difference in the color. There is no difference in the discount. There is no difference in the warranty. There is no difference in the brand. Homogeneous means exactly same. Everybody write down in the chat. Only then I will move forward. Homogeneous means exactly same. Homogeneous means exactly same. Homogeneous means exactly same. Okay, sir. So in perfect competition, what we have understood is, number one, there is large number of buyers and sellers selling homogeneous products. What does it mean? Means the buyers are infinite, sellers are infinite, so none have market control. Who controls the market? Market forces of demand and supply. Prices are determined by who? Prices are determined by market forces of demand and supply. Who decides the prices? So if you will ask me to write down, it is the market forces of demand and supply that it is the market forces of demand and supply that decide prices. Oh, understood, sir. Okay, we got it, sir. We got it, sir. We got it, sir. Okay, sir. So what is the implication of homogeneous product? Means everybody is selling the same product. So let's say if a consumer is purchasing from producer B, it is a matter of no difference that consumer is buying it from manufacturer C or D or E or F for that matter. It will not really make any difference. It will not really make any difference. Acha. Is that so, sir? Yes, friends, that is so. We get it. We get it. So there are a large number of buyers and sellers selling homogeneous products, products that are exact replica of one another, products which are exact replica of one another. Achha. We got it. We got it, sir. Then, my dear friends, here there is absence of transportation costs in this market. My dear friends, there is absence of transportation costs. You know why? You know why? Because what did we say? The products are homogeneous. Now you will tell me that, sir, why they have told this, that there is no transportation cost? Why they have told this, sir, that there is no transportation cost? I will tell you why. Suppose, my dear friends, I stay in, just for example, I stay in West Bengal in, let's say, a city called Kolkata. Okay. All of you must have heard of this city. Okay. Now, suppose there is another seller who is in Rajasthan, a state of Rajasthan, who is in state of Rajasthan in a city called Jaipur. Okay. Now, suppose the buyer is in Delhi. Now, my dear friends, if you all know your geography, you will know that, see, Kolkata, if you see the country, Kolkata is in eastern part of our country, India, while Jaipur is almost on the west, and Delhi is very close to Jaipur. So let's say from Delhi to Jaipur, the transaction cost or the transportation cost is 300 only. From Delhi to Jaipur, the transportation cost is only 300. Is only 300. Where the transportation cost from Kolkata to Delhi is, let's say, 800. Now, if you assume there are transportation costs, if the product is, say, let's say, of 1000 rupees, one will charge transportation cost 300, other will charge 800. So 1800 and 1300. Clearly, it is representing two different products. Now, price has got to be the same. Price is uniform here. Everybody write it down in the chat. Price is uniform in perfect competition. Uniform means same. Why? Otherwise, if price is different, products will not be homogeneous. For homogeneity, everything about the product should be same. So everybody write it down. Price is uniform in perfect competition. Uniform means constant. Uniform means constant. Everybody in the chat, write it down, please. Only then I will proceed. And please confirm, did you understand? You or no in the chat, mates? Come on. Yes, so it's crystal clear. All right, fantastic. So this is important. This is very important that way. So price is uniform in perfect competition. Yes, that's right. Price is uniform in perfect competition. That's right. Next, there is absence of transportation cost. Next, there is freedom of entry and exit. What is it? There is freedom of entry and there is freedom of exit. Acha. Means you can enter the market whenever you want. You can exit the market whenever you want. I repeat for you. You can enter the market wherever you want, whenever you want. You can exit the market whenever you want. Because there are so many sellers and so many buyers that one seller or one buyer will have no impact on the market price or quantity. Since there are infinite in number, you have heard in maths, even if you take out 100 from infinity, infinity minus 100 will still give you infinity only. And keeping that in mind, there is freedom of entry and exit. There is freedom of entry and exit. Oh, so if you want to enter the market, you come. If you want to leave the market, out. Nobody cares. Why nobody cares? Because there are plenty of sellers and plenty of buyers. Okay, got it. And then there is one more important point. I will first highlight that. And that is perfect mobility of labor or perfect factor mobility. Perfect mobility. I will write it down that way. Perfect mobility. Perfect mobility of labor is what you see here. Perfect mobility of labor is what you see here. Why, sir, perfect mobility? Why perfect mobility? Of labor or other resources? Not only labor, I would write, of other resources as well. Perfect mobility of not only labor, but other resources as well. Okay. So why is that, sir? The question is why there is perfect mobility. Like, what is the reason behind keeping this perfect mobility? That is the question. Now let me highlight you. Let me explain you the same. Let me highlight for you. Let me explain you the same. Why there is perfect mobility? Why there is perfect mobility? Let me help you out. So friends, see what happens is, you know, suppose, a very important point I'm explaining. Suppose I am a manufacturer of bags. For example, consider, that is not true, but suppose bags is a perfectly competitive market. So in order to manufacture bags, I have brought some cutting machines, the ones that are used in cutting leather and all, I have brought them. Perfect mobility implies that this machine that I'm using in order to, cut leather for the bags, I can use this machine in some other business too. You know why? Because suppose if this machine that I have purchased for the bag market, if I'm unable to use it elsewhere, ये मशीन को जिसको मैंने बैग्स के लिए बनाने के लिए लेकर आया, अगर मैं इसे कहीं और यूज नहीं कर पा रहा था, अगर मैं इसे कहीं और यूज नहीं कर पा रहा, तो क्या मैं फ्रीली मार्केट से एग्जिट कर पाऊंगा? क्या मैं मार्केट से फ्रीली एग्जिट कर जाऊंगा? Will I be able to freely exit from the market if I am unable to shift the use of machine from one use to another? Yes, sir, you are correct. If you are not able to use that capital, that machine, that labor elsewhere in some other business, will I be able to exit the market freely? No. So if there is no perfect mobility, there will be no freedom of entry and exit. If there is no perfect mobility, there is no freedom of entry and exit that way. Acha, that is what you are trying to tell, sir. Yes, my dear friends, that is what I am trying to say here. And therefore, why is perfect mobility important? So that I can exit freely from the market. So everybody write it down in the chat. Perfect mobility implies freedom of entry and exit. Perfect mobility implies freedom of entry and exit, because if you are not able to move freely, you cannot exit freely. So perfect mobility implies freedom of entry and exit. Everybody in the chat write down. Perfect mobility implies freedom of entry and exit. 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 I am sure you have understood this. Come on, friends. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Yes. Now coming back to the graphs based on perfect competition. Coming back to the graphs based on the chapter perfect competition. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Yes, perfect mobility implies freedom of entry and exit. Okay, now see. In perfect competition, as we have already discussed, that there is price remaining constant. Okay, so if I draw for you all friends a diagram, if I draw for you all friends, it would somewhat be like this. You know, there is this price, there is this quantity, there is this total revenue. Let me draw some other. Remember, here price remains the same, so don't question me on that. Marginal revenue, average revenue. Okay, now pay attention. Now, if you keep the price, 10, 20, 30, if we do it that way, if we do it that way, 10, 20, and 30 movement we do. So see, price we write 10, then price we write 20, then price we write 30. That is not going to happen. Why? Because we told that in perfect competition, price remains the same. Yes, you guessed it correct. So price is remaining 10 only. Price is remaining 10 only. Now, my dear friends, what is quantity? Now, dear friends, quantity is 1, 2, and 3. So if you multiply it, price and quantity, it gives you total revenue. It would somehow land you to 10 into 1, 10, 10 2s are 20, 10 3s are 30. Yes, sir, we totally understand that. Now, what is marginal revenue? That is the added revenue. So in the first product, it is always equal TRMR. Again, it's increasing by 10 rupees. Again, it's increasing by 10 rupees. We got it, sir. Now, what is average revenue? Average revenue is total revenue divided by quantity. Total revenue divided by quantity. So what is total revenue? 10. What is quantity? 1. 10 divided by 1, 10. 20 divided by 2, 10. 30 divided by 3, 10. 30 divided by 3, 10. Okay, this is how you go about it. This is how you go about it. Now, my dear friends, if you see here, price, marginal revenue, if you see price, marginal revenue, and average revenue, all the three are same here. All the three, price, marginal revenue, and average revenue here are all the same. So as you can say, you can conclude, I would say, price is equals to marginal revenue equals to average revenue. Now, friends, if I draw a diagram of the same, which I have attempted to do previously and we have done it successfully, I will revise the same with you again. You will see two diagrams always we will see that has to be drawn, together. There is one diagram where you see there is this demand curve, there is this supply curve. So when the demand and supply curve are intersecting, it's joining them right like this. It's joining them right like this. Okay. So if you plot them out, it will be quantity, it will be quantity. Here it will be price. Here it will be price. Here it will be price. So there will be equilibrium price at one point, equilibrium quantity on the other. Because you see, if I join them out now, if I join them right now, that is the equilibrium quantity level. And this is representing what? This is representing price equals to average revenue is equals to marginal revenue. Okay, sir, we got it. Now, friends, if you pay attention, this is the demand curve, this is the supply curve. Because we have discussed that here interaction of demand and supply gives you the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. As a matter of fact, if you remember yesterday's class, the entire discussion went in this graph only. You all must be the masters now. Now, you all know marginal cost is U-shaped curve. Marginal cost curve is U-shaped curve. So we had studied the equilibrium condition, if you remember, that MC equals to MR at 2 points. As you can see, here also point A, here also point B. But for a perfectly competitive firm, point B is the maximum satisfaction point or maximum satisfaction point or equilibrium point for the producer. So it could be said point B is in fact the producer's equilibrium. Point B is representing the producer's equilibrium because two conditions are satisfied at point B. Number one, MC equals to MR, and number two is MC cuts MR from below. And I'm sure, friends, you people are with me while I plot this. Friends, you or no in the chat, please. Come on, friends, come on. Okay. Come on, friends. These diagrams all are in our respected institutes material. So there is no problem there, but this is what it is. Is it crystal clear, friends? Okay, sir. Got it, sir. Got it. Now, friends, I am teaching you short-run supply curve of the firm in a perfectly competitive market. What am I teaching you? Short-run supply curve of the firm in a perfectly competitive market. What am I teaching you? Short-run supply curve of a firm in a perfectly competitive market. Short-run supply curve of the firm in a very perfectly competitive market. Okay. So derivation of short-run supply curve. All of you put the heading and pay attention now. A very important discussion, or rather a very serious discussion is now taking place. You all have to listen. Okay. Short-run supply curve. Under perfect competition. Short-run supply curve under perfect competition. Okay. Short-run supply curve under perfect competition. Short-run supply curve under perfect competition is what we are discussing today, friends. Is what we are discussing today. Short-run supply curve under perfect competition. Now let me highlight it for you. Okay. Pay attention, everyone. See. I am drawing for you all the diagram. Okay. You have price here, you have quantity here. You have price here, you have quantity here. Okay. Now, friends, what is happening is you have average variable cost and average cost. Okay. This is, pay attention, everyone. This is average variable cost. This is average variable cost. This is average variable cost, and this is average cost. This is average cost. Got it? Now, friends, pay attention, everyone. See, when I draw when I draw a supply curve here, or when I draw a marginal cost curve here, I will pass it through the minimum points. I will pass it through the minimum points. Yes, you all remember that marginal cost curve passes through the minimum points of this curve. I'm sure you all are aware of it. Yes, sir. This much crystal clear, friends? Yes. Now, this is the diagram simply from cost chapter. It's nothing new here. All right, now pay attention. Now I'm drawing two different price levels, you see. I'm drawing two different price levels, you see. Price P1, price P2. Okay. So I'm drawing two price levels. Price level P1, price level P2. Price level P1, price level P2. Now pay attention, friends. You all see it carefully here. What is happening at price P1? See, I'll also write down the point name. So this is point A, let's say. This is point B, let's say. Okay, point B. Okay, point A and point B I have given you all. Now try and understand something, friends. Yes, sir, please go ahead. What is happening at point A? You've got to analyze it very carefully, friends. Only then will you be able to make out of it. So see, pay attention. At point A, pay attention, friends. At point A, do you agree that price is becoming equal to average cost in the short run, obviously? Equals to average cost in the short run, obviously. Please confirm yes or no, friends. Please confirm yes or no. Please confirm. Yes, sir. Price equals to average cost. That, my dear friends, where price is equals to average cost, where price is becoming equal to average cost, where price is becoming equal to average cost, that, my dear friends, is called what? Is called break-even point. Is called break-even point. Is called break-even point. Yes. So when price is equals to average cost, that point is called the break-even point. Break-even point. Break-even point. When price is becoming equal to average cost. When price is becoming equal to average cost. Got it, sir. That is the break-even point. Here, no profit, no loss. I can say it safely. This is the point where the perfectly competitive firm is neither earning any profit nor making any losses. No profit, no loss at point A. Okay. Now let me help you with point B. Now let me help you with point B. At point B. At point B. At point B. Pay attention. What is happening at point B? My dear friends, at point B, price is becoming equal to average variable cost. If you see carefully, I will show you the diagram. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes, sir, we can see it. That P2 line, price 2 line is meeting ABC curve. We can see it, sir. Very good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. If you are able to see this much. See, at point B, P2 equals to ABC, correct? Now, you know what? This is called the shutdown point. What is it called? What is it called in economics, sir? It's called, my dear friends, shutdown point. Now you will ask me, what is shutdown point? You know, it is the minimum point. It is the minimum price that the seller must be able to recover from selling his or her commodity. If the seller is not able to recover average variable cost, they must stop selling. They must stop their business. Acha, stopping the business means not closing the business. It means a temporary shutdown. Okay, sir, we got it. I will again show it to you. Again, I will show it to you. You look at point B, friends. At point B, price is equals to average variable cost. Yes or no, friends? Yes, sir. Price is equals to average variable cost. Yes, sir. It's correct. At point B, price is equals to average variable cost. Now, you all take an example. Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. Okay, suppose you are in the business where there are two kinds of factors. Okay, there is variable factor and then there is some kind of fixed factor. Okay, all right. Now for fixed factor, per unit I am saying, let's say you are paying rupees 15 per unit for fixed factor, that is fixed cost. Per unit is 15 rupees. Now variable factor per unit is rupees 10 per unit. So what is total cost? So sir, if you take total cost that way, 10 plus 15 is giving you rupees 25 per unit, correct? Now see, fixed cost, even if you produce nothing, even if you produce nothing, pay attention everyone. Even if you produce nothing, pay attention everyone. Even if you are not producing or not manufacturing anything, fixed cost will still be incurred. Fixed cost tab bhi lagega, right? So suppose my price per unit, that is revenue, average revenue that I am able to make is suppose rupees 20. So I am able to recover the full variable cost and some part of fixed cost. So should the firm continue production? Yes, our answer will be continue production. Because fixed cost, so even if you produce nothing, will be incurred. I'll give you an example. Suppose average revenue is rupees. Suppose you are not producing anything, no production. Fixed cost to still incurred. But suppose if you are producing and the price that you are generating is rupees 5 per unit. Now that is a dangerous situation. You know why? This is dangerous? This situation is dangerous because fixed cost ka loss to ho hi raha hai. Now by producing, producer is also not able to recover variable cost. So you are also incurring variable cost loss. So in order to produce, average variable cost should be recovered. In order to continue production, at least average variable cost should be recovered. Because fixed cost to aise bhi lagega, waise bhi lagega. So if you want to continue production, it's not the total cost that should be recovered. It's the average variable cost that should be recovered. If you are not able to recover average variable cost, you should shut down, stop doing business for some time. Wait for price to change. Oh, so everybody in the chat, write it down. Everybody in the chat, write it down. When price equals to average variable cost, what? When price equals to average variable cost, we arrive at shutdown point. When price is equals to average variable cost, we arrive at shutdown point. When price is equals to average variable cost, we arrive at shutdown point. Everybody write it down right now. At least you should be able to recover average variable cost, if not fixed cost. Yes. At least variable cost should be recovered, even if fixed cost is unable to be recovered. Even if fixed cost is unable to be recovered, at least variable cost should have been recovered, should be recovered. Yes, sir, we have understood this. Yes, sir, we have understood this. Yes, price equal to average variable cost at shutdown. So, shutdown point is the minimum point from which the firm should produce. So now you see, from this point B, you can see marginal cost curve. Everybody pay attention to the red line MC curve. Can you see it? A firm will supply only from point B and above point B. So that part of marginal cost curve, now the derivation, that part of marginal cost curve, MC curve, that part of MC curve which lies above the shutdown point is actually the supply curve. And you see it is upward sloping like supply curve also. You see this MC curve, it is upward sloping like supply curve also. So that part of marginal cost curve, that part of marginal cost curve, that part of marginal cost curve which lies, that part of marginal cost curve which lies above shutdown point, which lies above shutdown point. That part of marginal cost curve which lies above shutdown point is the supply curve in the short run. अच्छा, so MC का वो part, marginal cost का वो part जो shutdown point के ऊपर है, उसे supply curve कहते हैं in the short run. Is it crystal clear, friends? Is it crystal clear, friends? Yes or no? Yes or no? Please come on, friends. Yes or no? Come on, friends. Is it crystal clear? So, everybody, I'm giving you a sentence. Very, very important. Three major points. Three major points we have learned. If you note it down, you will be able to solve MCQ. Three important points. At least learn these three. Number one, when price is equals to average cost, when price is equals to average cost, when price is equals to average cost, we receive, where do we reach? When price equals to average cost, my dear friends, we reach the point we famously call as the break-even point. We reach the point where we commonly call the break-even point, which we commonly call the break-even point. Next, when price is equals to average variable cost, we reach a point which we commonly call as a shutdown point, which we commonly call as a shutdown point, which we commonly call as a shutdown point. When price is average cost, it is break even. When price is average variable cost, it is shut down. It is shut down. It is shut down. And when, my lovely friends, when my friends, where is supply curve? Part of MC, marginal cost, which lies above, shutdown point. Part of MC, which lies above shutdown point, which lies above shutdown point, is called supply curve. Is called supply curve. Is called supply curve. Is called supply curve. Come on, everyone, is that crystal clear? Yes, sir, we have understood. Yes, sir, we have understood. Yes, sir, we have understood. Absolutely, sir. So these are the three main points. Have you noted it down? Please confirm. Please confirm. Okay, sir, crystal clear. I told you we will discuss in details. We are still in perfect competition. I told you it's a very detailed topic. We have got to understand the details. Okay, sir, we have understood this. Now, my dear friends, I'll tell you something. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. Yes, sir, please tell us. Now, we talk about profits. So remember one line that I am telling you. Remember one thing that I am telling you. Please remember. Pay attention. The simple thing is, pay attention, everyone. For a perfectly competitive firm, that is for a perfect competition, there can be two time periods. It can be either a long-term time period or a short-term time period. It can either be a long-run time period or a short-run time period. It can either be a long-run time period or a short-run time period. Okay, friends? It can either be a long-run time period or it can either be a short-run time period. It can either be a long-run time period or it can either be a short-run time period. Okay? Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Understood. Now, friends, having said that, remember, in short run, a perfectly competitive firm in short run can earn supernormal profits, can earn, what did I say? Supernormal profits. Okay, they can earn supernormal profits. They can earn supernormal profits. They can make normal profits, or even in short run, they can incur losses. You don't earn, you incur loss. Okay, and in long run, they will only make normal profit. First, note it down with yourself. I'm talking about perfect competition. Then I will tell you why, how, why, etc. etc. First, you write it down. In short run, all the three possibilities are there: supernormal, normal, and losses. But in the long run, it will only be normal profits. If it's crystal clear, then I will move forward. Come on, friends. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Okay. Now pay attention. Now pay attention, everyone. Now pay attention, everyone. Okay, pay attention, everyone. Pay attention, everyone. There can be supernormal profits, there can be normal profits, there can be losses. Okay? Yes. Yes. Now, let me help you with why. See, what is supernormal profit? See, what is supernormal profit? When a firm is able to sell more than average cost, that is when price is greater than average cost. When price is greater than average cost, such a situation is called supernormal profit. When price is equal to average cost, it is called normal profit. And when price is less than average cost, such a situation is called, yes, losses. What is it called? Yes, losses. Such a situation is called loss situation. Such a situation is called a loss-making situation. I'm sure all of you got it. Yes, sir, we have understood this indeed. In fact, we have understood this. Correct. Now correct. So if price is greater than average cost, it's supernormal profit. When it is equal to average cost, it's normal profit. When it's less than average cost, it's losses. When it's less than average cost, it's losses. Okay? Yes, sir, we have understood this. Yes, sir, we have understood this. Now having said that, pay attention, guys. Pay attention, everybody. Yes, sir, we are listening now. Please carry on. Suppose in short run, firms are making supernormal profits. Suppose in short run, firms are making supernormal profits. So you are generating more, you are earning more, supernormal profit. So my dear friends, what will happen? All the other firms who are not in your industry will see, oh, he's making good profits. Let us also enter this industry. So the extra profits that you were enjoying will be wiped away. Why? Because new entrants are there in the market now. Suppose you are incurring losses in the short run, then there will be some businesses who will say, okay, there is nothing in this industry now. Let's leave this industry. Let's exit this industry. So what will happen? The losses that you are incurring will be wiped away, will be wiped out. The losses that you are incurring will be wiped away, will be wiped out. Yes, sir, we did get it. Yes, sir, we do understand it. That is what we are discussing here, my dear. That is what we are discussing here. That is how we go about it. That is how we go about it. So, sir, we have understood what is it that is getting here. In short run, price is greater than average cost. So, supernormal profit. When price equals to average cost, there is normal profit. When price is less than average cost, there is losses. Understood. But In long run, if you are making supernormal profits, new firms will enter, so you will only be making normal profit. And if in short run you are incurring losses, some firms will exit, so you will only be making normal profit. So long run, only normal profit. Is this funda crystal clear? It's absolutely logical. Yes or no, please? Yes or no, please? Come on. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. Yes, sir, it's crystal clear. And then there is this diagram. Obviously, I'll show you the diagram. You see here. Suppose this is the case. I'm showing supernormal profit situation first. Diagram is same. So you have to make as usual price equals to average revenue equals to marginal revenue. Then what you have to do is you have to make marginal cost pass through here, because where MC equals to MR, that is the quantity level desirable. Yes, sir, that is the quantity level desirable. You see, I have drawn it here. So this is the quantity that you are selling. And what did I say? In supernormal profits, what happens is price is less than average cost. So what is happening is, let's say the average total cost is somewhat here. This is the average total cost. Okay. So at this quantity level, if you see the cost, it is meeting here at this point. And so if you draw this, it's the average cost curve. Remember, the average cost I have drawn intentionally below, because here price has to be above. So you see, you're selling at this price and this is your average cost. So this portion that I have shaded with blue color, that is representative of supernormal profit. What is it representing? It, my dear friends, is representing supernormal profits. What is it representing? It's representing, my dear friends, supernormal profits. Supernormal profits. Supernormal profits. Understood. Understood. That is the case of supernormal profits. All right. Then what is the case of normal profits? Then what is the case of normal profits? I will tell you again. See, pay attention. If you have a look here, at this level, price equals to average revenue equals to marginal revenue. Okay. Now, if you talk about marginal costs, this is the marginal cost. So when MC equals to MR, you fall down here. So this is the quantity level. And now what is the average cost? The same. What is the average cost? The same. So now if this is the average cost, see, I am touching it, and here it is your marginal cost. Here it is your marginal cost. Where MC equals to MR, you take the quantity down, and see here both are the same. So here price, average cost, average revenue is the same. So there is nothing extra you are making. That is normal profit. This is also a situation of long run. In long run, this is only taking place where price is equals to average cost equals to average revenue. This is also this is in short run. In short run, this is the case of normal profits. But in long run, this is also the case of normal profits. This is long run also. But sir, in short run, you can also incur losses. You can also be incurring losses. So what about that, sir? How do you present that, sir? Here I present the same to you. Here I present the same to you. Pay attention, friends. See, okay? Here I have drawn this, all right? Now, as you already know, price equals to average revenue equals to marginal revenue. Again, now I'm showing the loss scenario. If you draw the marginal cost curve, it goes something like this. So MC equals to MR at this point, and that is the quantity level. Always that will be the quantity level. Now, what is average total cost? It's somewhere up. Oh, because here it is greater. And now this quantity axis you will have to put forward. Once you put it forward, you can see it here. You can put it forward. You see the joining here. Yes. So this is what? This is the price level. This is the average cost level. And this, my dear friends, is finally indicating losses in the short run. Acha, this is indicating what? This is indicating losses. What is it indicating? It's indicating losses. Losses in the short run. I am sure, friends, you have understood it. You have to go through these diagrams. Yes, sir. So I have also displayed this. And in long run, similar things take place. So I am sure you have understood. Remember, in long run, just remember, in long run, always the same thing will take place. I will not draw the diagram again, but in long run also the same thing. Everything will be equal. So short run marginal cost equals to long run marginal cost is equals to short run average cost equals to long run average cost equals to average revenue is equals to marginal revenue equals to price. In long run सब एक बराबर है, everything is equal बस. So in long run only normal profits बस. Remember this, in long run only normal profits. All the total costs and total revenue, remember that in long run there is nothing called variable and fixed cost. So everything is equal to each other. That is the key point that you have got to remember. Key point that you have got to remember. My dear friends, now we have completed perfect competition. You remember I told you that we will discuss each one of them in details. So I am sure all of you have understood this now. I will obviously summarize it for you, both in English and Hindi, but that is what perfect competition brings to you. So much so. It is what perfect competition brings to you, friends. Acha, sir. Is that so, sir? Yes, sir. Now, sir, can I move forward? Absolutely. Let me ask you now one or two MCQ questions, and then we will revise it, the entire thing. Okay. In perfect competition, a firm in short run makes A, normal profit, B, supernormal profit, C, losses, D, can be any of A, B, C, can be any of the above, can be any of the above. Short run, perfect competition. What says the answer? Can be any of the above I have written here. Can be any of the above. Which one do you think is your answer, friends? Which one do you think is your answer, friends? Come on. Come on. Wow. It's great to see all correct answers. Wow. It's really good. Acha, what if I had told long run? Same question. Same question. Just now the question has changed to long run. This is my MCQ next. What do you think is the solution then? Come on. Wow. So in long run, it would have been only normal profits. So I am very happy to see that you have understood the key funda. If you have understood the key funda, you have won the game. Congrats. That is the main challenge in chapters like this, learning this and all this. That's why we have given almost an hour on this topic. Intentionally we have given this. So let's revise perfect competition now. You remember I told you all that we will discuss in a detailed way. Now let's see. So perfect competition is a market characterized by very large number of buyers and sellers selling homogeneous product with freedom of entry and exit possible by perfect mobility of labor. In short run, you can make supernormal profits, normal profits, or you can even incur losses. But in long run, what you are going to do? In long run, you are only going to make normal profits. In long run, you are only going to make in long run, you are only going to make normal profits. Remember, there is freedom of entry and exit, and there is absence of transportation cost. There is no transportation cost here in this market. There is no transportation cost here in this market. There is complete absence of transportation cost. Okay. There is complete absence of transportation cost. Is that so, sir? Yes, sir. So we have understood this now. We have understood this now. Okay. Next, moving on. Next, moving on. Let me ask you another MCQ. When price equals to average variable cost, it is A, equilibrium point, B, break-even point, C, shutdown point, D, all the above. Which one do you think is the correct answer here? Which one do you think is the correct answer here? Absolutely. So here, my dear friends, your answer would be when price equals to average variable cost, you are at the shutdown point. You are at what point? You are at shutdown point. When price equals to average variable cost, you are at what point? Sir, we are at shutdown point. Sir, we are at shutdown point. Yes, sir, we have understood your funda. We have understood the games. All right. Now let's talk about monopoly market. What are we talking about now? We're talking about monopoly market. Okay, let's talk about monopoly market. All right, let's go. Monopoly market. First of all, whatever has been written up, first let's go through that and then we come back here. All right, monopoly market. Now again, a very interesting market. Monopoly market is again a very interesting market. I'll tell you how and why. Right. See, monopoly market is a market characterized by single seller. What is monopoly market? Market characterized by single seller. Indian Railways. This market is possible in reality. Indian Railways is the biggest example. You know, in perfect competition, the products were homogeneous. That is, there were exact copies and replicas of one another. So all were same, not even copy, all of the products were same. But you know what? Here, what is happening is, if you see, here single seller and no close substitutes. So the kind of product that you are selling, come on friends, the kind of product that you are selling, you have nobody close to you who is selling a similar product. So there is no close substitute in reality. Is that so, sir? Yes. So the first point is single seller, and then there is no close substitute. Nobody is close to you even. Nobody is close to you even. Next, high degree of control over price. Monopoly, high degree of control on price. In a monopoly market, there is high degree of control on price, over price. High degree of control over price. In monopoly market, there is high degree of control over price. What does it mean, sir? It means the monopolist can strictly control the price. It means the monopolist can strictly control the price. You know why? Because I told you now, the person who will be less will always have more bargaining power. Now, see, buyers are many, but supplier is only one. So supplier's bargaining power is more. And therefore, they are able to decide the prices. Remember, in perfect competition, everybody write it down. Answer this question. In perfect competition, the firms, that is the producers, are price takers or price makers. Price takers or price makers. Only two options. In perfect competition, what do you say? Firms are price takers or price makers? What say, friends? Yes, you are correct. Yes, you are absolutely correct that in a monopoly market, there is single seller, no close substitute, and yes, in monopoly market, they are price maker, but in perfect competition that I asked, they are price takers. The firms cannot decide their own price. They have to take or they have to accept the market equilibrium price. determined by the market forces of demand and supply. Determined by the market forces of demand and supply. Price maker is somebody. देखो आप प्राइस टेकर होते हो अगर आप मार्केट का प्राइस एक्सेप्ट करो, प्राइस मेकर होते हो जब आप प्राइस डिसाइड करो। मोनोपोलिस्ट अकेला है मार्केट में तो वो प्राइस डिसाइड कर सकता है, वो प्राइस मेकर है। बट परफेक्ट कंपटीशन में बहुत सेलर है, बहुत बायर है, तो सेलर्स वहां पर प्राइस टेकर है, टेकर है। प्राइस बनाता कौन है? मार्केट बनाता है। हु इज द प्राइस मेकर? इन शॉर्ट रन द प्राइस मेकर, इन शॉर्ट रन the price maker, in short run or in long run, in the perfectly competitive market. Market is the price maker, firm is the price taker. Market is the price maker, firm is the price taker. Market is the price maker, firm is the price taker. We are talking about perfectly competitive market. Yes, sir. But in monopoly, the monopolist, that is the business person, the firm is the price maker, is the price maker, is the price maker. Acha sir, is that the case? Yes sir, that is the case. Yes sir, that is the case. Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Now, so there is single seller, no close substitute, high degree of control over price. That in long run, again, monopolist will earn supernormal profits only. In short run, they may incur all the three: normal profit, supernormal profit, or losses. But in long run, they will earn only supernormal profit because nobody is there in the market in long run. But this point we will come to later on. First of all, let's focus on the first 3 points of monopoly market. What are the first 3 points of monopoly market? The first point of monopoly market being, the first point of monopolist market being that there is a single seller, that there is a single seller who has no close substitute. Nobody is even close to Indian Railways, you see. And then there is a high degree of control over price. In monopoly market, there is a high degree of control over price. In monopoly market, there is a high degree of control over price. Acha sir, is that so? Yes, friends, that is so. There is a high degree of control over price. Who has higher degree of control over price? The monopolist. For example, Indian Railways, they have high degree of price. Now, you remember in perfect competition there was freedom of entry and exit. In perfect competition there was freedom of entry and exit. Let me tell you friends, here there is no freedom of entry and exit. Here there are barriers to entry. So not everyone can start business in this market. Can start business in this market. Not everyone can start business in this market. That is the key thing here. Not everyone can start business in this market. Now let me highlight it for you. See, there is something called patents. There is something called patent granted by the government. So suppose for this remote, I have this remote in my hand. I think you can see it. I have this remote in my hand. I think you can see it. If this remote, government has granted me the monopoly. That okay, you go ahead. Government has granted me the monopoly. That acha chalo, you go ahead and you engage in the manufacture of remotes. Government has told me this. And this technology only I can use in the country, or as a matter of fact world. So that is patent. Now this will prevent you from again entering into the production of this kind of remote. So there is some kind of barrier to entry. There is some kind of barrier to entry. There can be licensing requirement. For example, if suppose Ambani or Adani, they have huge money, or let's say Elon Musk, they want to start their own railways in India. Can they do that? No, because government has the power to issue license, and only government has given the license to itself. It is not going to give you the license. So not everybody can enter this market despite having good funds, because you will not get the license even if you wanted to. Acha. Or at the end, there could be strategic resources. Yes. Monopoly could be because you have some kind of strategic resource which not everybody has. Like suppose you all know when Jio launched with this 5G and 4G service, 4G and 5G, you know, Jio brought in a new technology. Now government has given the license, so nobody else can enter this. Okay. You know, have you heard of this? You know, company, I will tell you, I'll write the name here. The name is D Beers. Any of you, any idea what does D Beers do? You can search it. Come on, you can search it. What does D Beers as a company do? Any clue? Any clue? Come on, friends. Yes, sir, you are right. De Beers is in diamond business. Now, you know, in South Africa or in African part, they found out availability of diamond. So they acquired the entire land. And so they became a monopoly. Now, since they are having a strategic control over the resources in South Africa, they are so rich or they have the monopoly. So monopoly can arise or there can be multiple barriers to entry. You have huge funds, government license you have, others will not get. Patent. Yes, we understood, sir. We understood. And you know, there is this another feature. There is another feature that a monopolist can do which others cannot. Do you want to know what it is, sir? Yes, sir, we want to. Price discrimination. Another feature. Monopolist can do price discrimination. Correct. Now, price discrimination means for the same product. What does price discrimination means? For the same product, the monopolist can charge different price from different people. For the same product, the monopolist can charge different prices from different people. For the same product, just imagine you are selling the same product, but different people are paying the different amounts. Such kind of thing is also possible. Now, there are three kinds of price discrimination. First, three types of price discrimination. First degree, second degree, third degree. It was told by Professor Pigou, Pigou, an economist. Pigou identified three kinds of price discrimination. First degree, second degree, and third degree. First degree, second degree, and third degree. So how many types of price discrimination are available today, my dear friends? First degree, second degree, and third degree price discrimination. Okay, so let me help you. Suppose first degree price discrimination. Okay, Pigou identified this. Okay, so I'm explaining that there are three degrees of price discrimination. Everybody write it down in the chat. There are three degrees of price discrimination: first degree, second degree, third degree. Who identified? Professor Pigou. And now I will explain each one of them. But there are three degrees. Focus here. First degree. First degree is a price discrimination that is on the basis of ability to pay. What does it mean? Suppose there is one doctor in your locality, only one doctor in your locality. So suppose you are a rich person. The doctor may charge you ₹1,000. Suppose there is somebody poor. The doctor may charge ₹500. Somebody very poor, the doctor may charge ₹100 only. That is on the basis of ability to pay. That is first degree price discrimination. First degree price discrimination. That is charged on the ability to pay. What is price discrimination? Who can do it? Monopoly. What happens in price discrimination for the same product? What happens in price discrimination? Same product का monopolist same product का अलग अलग लोगों से अलग अलग पैसा लेगा. इसमें तीन तरीके के होते हैं, फर्स्ट डिग्री, सेकंड डिग्री, थर्ड डिग्री. फर्स्ट डिग्री का मतलब एबिलिटी टू पे. अब आपके एरिया में एक लोकेलिटी में एक डॉक्टर है. If in your locality there is one doctor, let's say you are able to pay 1,000 rupees as fees. Doctor will take 1,000 from you. From somebody they may say 500. Second degree price discrimination is based on what? It is based on quantity purchased. You know what happens? What happens here? Here what happens is, suppose you go to a particular shop. The shopkeeper tells you that if you buy, let's say you go and buy a pen. So if let's say you buy 10 pens, the shopkeeper tells you that they are going to charge you ₹5 per pen. But suppose you go and take 100 pens, the shopkeeper tells you they are going to take ₹3 per pen from you. So you see what is happening here. For 10 pens, 5 per pen. For 100 pens, ₹3 per pen. For 10 pens, ₹5 per pen. For 100 pens, ₹3 per pen. Now, my dear friends, when this is happening, that is called second degree price discrimination. Now, my dear friends, when this happens, that is called second degree price discrimination. Second degree price discrimination. When you are paying on the basis of quantity purchased. And if you, let's say you buy 1,000, I may give you at ₹2 per pen. So discount on bulk purchases, discount given on bulk purchases is second degree price discrimination. Did you understand this much? Yes or no, please? Yes or no, friends? Come on. Yes or no, friends? Come on. That is second degree price discrimination. That is second degree price discrimination. Yes. And finally, we land up to our third category, that is also called as third degree price discrimination. Now we land up to the third category, that is also called third degree price discrimination. Now, what is happening in third degree price discrimination? What is happening in third degree price discrimination, friends? In third degree price discrimination, customer segmentation is done. Customer segmentation. Customer separation can be done on the basis of age, on the basis of, let's say, age, on the basis of, it could be, place of location, place. I'll give you an example. If you see Indian Railways, if you are a senior citizen, Indian Railways is going to give you certain discount. If you are a senior citizen, Indian Railways is going to give you some discount. Such a discount you will not get if you are a young citizen. Suppose you are a handicapped person, you will get some discount. So see customer segmentation. So suppose you are a senior citizen, you will have to pay half price. If you are a normal citizen, you have to pay full price. So when this kind of segmentation is done, there is this thing. Got it? Yes, sir. Or there could be place-wise segmentation. So suppose it could be like, suppose in Kolkata, price is different of the product, and in same thing in Mumbai or UP, Bihar, in Kerala, Bangalore, Chennai, the price may be different. Yes, sir, that could have been the case. That, my dear friends, is called segmentation on the basis of place. It's basically discrimination only, but according to place, age, or gender, maybe. Acha, understood, sir. Understood. Sir, we have understood. These are the 3 degrees of price discrimination. Friends, did you understand the 3 degrees of price discrimination? Yes or no, please? Yes or no, please? Come on, friends. Yes, sir, we have understood. Yes, sir. So first degree on basis of ability, second degree on basis of quantity, third degree on basis of customer segmentation. I am sure you have understood. Understood? Yes. That's price discrimination. 3 degrees identified by Professor Pigo. Identified by Professor Pigo. I am sure you all have understood this funda. Yes. And here also the same 3 diagrams. Here also, here you must remember. First write it down and then I will explain you anything else. First write it down. First write it down. What is it? Here in short run, you may be making supernormal profit, just like perfect competition, normal profit or losses. But in this market, since you are the only seller, in this market, since you are the only seller, in this market, since you are the only seller, in this market, since you are the only seller, what will happen in long run? In this market, since you are the only seller, in long run, you will only be making supernormal profit. You know why? Because there is nobody else that can enter the market. So in long run, only supernormal profit. In perfect competition, it was normal profit. Here it is supernormal profit. Here it is supernormal profit. Acha. We have understood this. This is the main agenda you see of monopoly market. This is the main agenda of monopoly market. Acha, sir. Is that so, sir? Yes, that is so. Let me ask you some questions before I can dive deeper into the topic. Let me ask you some questions. We will be able to understand whether you are able to solve MCQs or not. Okay? So see, the question is, in monopoly market, it is difficult for everyone to enter the market due to what is the reason? Sophisticated technology requirement. Sophisticated technology requirement. B, huge financial resources required. C, due to patents. Or D, all of the above. What do you think is the barrier to entry? Why is it difficult for everyone to enter this market, in monopoly market? Why do you think so, friends? Come on, friends. Come on. So yes, sir. Yes, you people are correct, friends. The answer is all the above. Yes, patent, sophisticated technology, huge funds required. Anything can cause you to be blocked and not enter the market. So all of the above is our answer. Okay. Moving on to the next question then. Let's see the next question then. All right. Let's see the next one. A monopolist in long run will earn A, losses only, B, supernormal profits only, C, normal profits only, D, all of the above. Come on. Which one do you think is the correct answer? A monopolist in long run will do what? Okay, absolutely supernormal profits only. Now, my dear friends, if I come to the diagram of monopoly, I have done it before also. We have done it in that perfect competition, imperfect competition discussion also. But again, I like to show it to you. The diagram, the diagram is somewhat like this. Remember, for selling more, for selling more of a commodity, even a monopolist will have to reduce their prices. Okay. Now, suppose let me draw the demand curve. Average revenue curve is also called the demand curve here. You know why? Because in order to sell more, they have to reduce the price. So this is price, this is quantity. In order to sell more, monopolist will have to reduce the price. If the monopolist wants the new customer segmentation to enter and buy their products, or else the people who are only ready to pay or able to pay will keep paying. There will be no new entry or new entrance in the market. There will be no new entry or new entrance in the market that way, friends. Right, sir? So now if you draw it, guys, this is the average revenue curve. This is the average revenue curve. And if you draw it down here, this is the marginal revenue curve. This is the marginal revenue curve. This is the marginal revenue curve. There is this average revenue curve and there is this marginal revenue curve. Understood or not understood, sir? Yes. And you know what? I'm making you write a line. Please remember that the rate of fall of MR is double the rate of fall of AR. So simply speaking, slope of marginal revenue, write it down everybody. Slope of marginal revenue is twice the slope of AR. You know why? Because marginal revenue is concerned with individual product. Average revenue is concerned with all the products because it is an average after all. So the fall in MR is always sharper. So fall in MR is 2 times the rate of fall in AR. Everybody must write it down, must write it down, must write it down. Come on, must write it down. Okay, sir. Okay. So if it is crystal clear, friends, if it is crystal clear, what I'm trying to tell you is that now if you try to draw the equilibrium and etc., the condition here also remains the same. You have to draw a U-shaped marginal cost curve. You have to draw a U-shaped marginal cost curve as usual. See, this is the MC curve, and then there MC equals to MR at this point. So this is the good point of quantity to be produced. All right, this is the good point quantity to be produced. As this is the marginal cost curve, the yellow line, and then you see whether you want. So see, this is there, this is there. Now, if you increase it further, if you take it upwards, it's going to give you the average revenue. It's going to give you the average revenue. It's going to give you the average revenue slash price of the product. Now, where is the total cost? The total cost position is going to determine the rest. The total cost position. So suppose if total cost is less here, we are earning supernormal profit. So the total cost curve would somewhat be like this. Would somewhat be like this. Okay. So if you see here, if you join this two, this is your average cost. This is your average cost, isn't it? So this point that I have shaded with yellow color, that is your loss point. That is your loss point. That is your loss point. Acha, sir. Is that the case? Yes, that is the case. All right, sir, we have understood this. All right, sir, we have understood this. So if we have understood this much, friends, if we have understood this much, friends, if we have understood this much, friends, now we can move forward. Now we can move forward. This is how you go about it in normal profit and losses also. All right. This is what it is. So remember, if we summarize monopoly for you, you know it is a single seller having complete control over price. Price discrimination can be practiced. There is barriers to entry, and there are 3 degrees of price discrimination. AR and MR curves are downward sloping. The fall in MR is twice the fall in AR. Always the same. And if you want to see the diagram, I will explain the diagram again. The diagram is very simple. You know, you have to practice it from the book. I will show one case. Suppose here it is. So this is the average revenue curve. Okay. This is the marginal revenue curve. Okay. As usual. Now what did I say? Where is the quantity where MC equals to MR? Suppose this is the marginal cost curve. So where MC equals to MR? Here. So this will determine the quantity. So see, quantity level has come down. Now what is the price at which you are selling? For this you will have to take it up a little upward. So you take it up a little upward. You see, you bring it here because this is the revenue line or the price line. So you will sell this quantity at this price. Now what is the cost? What is the average cost is my question. So if you come to the average cost part, sir, average cost is somewhat here. So if you see, the average cost line is meeting this here, is meeting this here. And if it's meeting it here, you just join them. This is your average cost. This is your average cost. Here it is average cost. So when you shade them up, it is your situation of supernormal profits. Similarly, normal profits and losses have been given in your book. I will show it to you in your institute's material only. You see here. Here it is. See, we have discussed this diagram just now. I have drawn this diagram just now. Done. You see. This diagram we have shown you. Now see, supernormal profit. This is what we did now. You have to first draw MC, MR. You know, you have to learn the steps of how you can draw this diagram. First, you draw the MC, MR. Once you draw the MC, MR, you draw the quantity curve. Now, you extend it till it touches the revenue curve. Extend till AR. And finally, plot average cost. But there it is. That is the 4-step rule. Simply. All right, you have to study. You have to study it in details that you need to know. So we have done. This is a short run, situation. All right, supernormal profit. This is a case of losses, where you see average cost is above and price is below, as you can clearly see here. But in long run, only supernormal profit. So the diagram that you see me drawing, the diagram that I had drawn was indeed for long run only. In short run also it is possible, but I had drawn the long run thing only. You see, I had drawn the long run thing only. You see. Acha. Sir, please draw the loss case also. Okay, I will draw the loss case also on your request. Everybody pay attention. Same rules you will have to remember. And follow my steps. You know, the problem is when I am drawing the diagram, your attention is somewhere else. That's why you are not catching up. Pay attention. AR curve drawn as usual. Look at the chronology. MR curve drawn as usual. Now to determine quantity, the funda is MC should be equal to MR. How is MC shape? Always U shape. We have done that. So suppose you draw it like this. This is the MC curve as usual. Nothing new. Now you extend this level here as it has given you the quantity level. Simple. Now you start extending it above. See, I will extend it above to find out the price at which the product sales has been done. So see, this is the price at which product sales has taken place. This is the price at which product sales has taken place. Right? This is the price at which you are selling. But now what scenario are you displaying here? Sir, we are displaying the loss scenario. So cost curve you will draw upwards. Common sense. See, I have drawn this average total cost here. Short run average total cost. Now, This curve will extend even further. Extended. Again, you draw this joint. Now this is giving you the average cost. Given, since average cost is greater, the box is giving you bloody loss. Here it is, my dear friends. It's the loss case. It's the loss case. It's the loss case. Game over. Here it is, the loss. The red color, the blood color. Understood or not understood? Oh, so it is simple, sir. We were panicking for no reason. Absolutely. That is the loss case. But in long run, you are only making supernormal profits. Always focus when the teacher is explaining. The problem is often when we don't understand, it's because our attention is in copying, our attention is something else. Forget now, everything is in your book. I am teaching from institute material only. So your notes are already ready in institute's material. You have got to understand that part you are not doing. Got it. Now a question can come, why a monopolist does price discrimination? Why a monopolist does price discrimination? Why price discrimination? The question is very simple. Why should a monopolist do price discrimination? My question is very simple. Why price discrimination? What is the objective? What is the objective or why price discrimination? Why price discrimination? As a monopolist, what is your objective here? Why are you discriminating? What is your objective here? That is the question. Yes, friends? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Got it, sir. So now pay attention, friends. Now pay attention, friends. There are multiple reasons. A, sometimes to earn maximum profits. A, because you want to, earn maximum profit. Suppose, for example, a doctor. A doctor has to give advice. Doctor is not selling any material. So if a patient is telling that I cannot give 1,000, I am ready to give 200. If the doctor tells go away, I will not treat you. Doctor is stupid there. Why? Because he or she is not having to invest anything. Just talk and give advice. So to maximum profit, you must first of all, be in that decision-making power. B. Sometimes, we need to sell off the extra stock. So to dispose of seller stock, extra stock, we might give bulk discount to dispose of extra stock. Next, to enjoy economies of scale. To enjoy economies of scale means what? Economies of scale means large scale production. Economies of scale means what? Large scale production. Production on a larger scale. 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 D. To capture foreign markets. Sometimes, the producer, the Indian seller might want to enter in the future, in the next market. So that way they can do. Or finally, to ensure equity. Equity in the market means everybody. To ensure equity. You know what is equity? Equity means not equality. Suppose if you are asking a rich person to pay rupees 1,000, that is nothing for them. But same rupees 1,000 for a poor person, rupees 200 is like rupees 1,000. So you cannot say that you are promoting equally if you are asking poor to pay 1,000 and rich to pay 1,000. That means you are killing the poor. That is not equity. So it basically intends to help the poor. It basically intends to help the poor. Oh, is that the logic, sir? Yes, my dear friends, that's the logic. That's the logic, sir. That's the logic. Got it, sir. We have understood this, sir. As a matter of fact, we have understood this. Great, great news, great news. Great news. All right. So we have understood this, sir. Why price discrimination? What is the objective here? Why price discrimination? What is the objective here? We have understood this. Got it? Now, pay attention. Pay attention, please. Pay attention. These were the main points, friends, that we have got to know. To summarize it in Hindi, let me summarize it for you. Monopoly market. मोनोपोली मार्केट में एक सेलर होता है. मोनोपोली मार्केट में कितना सेलर होता है? एक सेलर होता है. इसके पास एक स्पेशल पावर है प्राइस डिस्क्रिमिनेशन का, जिसमें वह एक ही प्रोडक्ट अलग अलग लोगों को अलग अलग दामों में बेच सकता है. एक ही प्रोडक्ट अलग अलग सेलर्स को अलग अलग दामों में बेच सकता है. क्या यहाँ पर प्राइस टेकर है? क्या यहाँ पर वो नहीं? यहाँ पर वो प्राइस मेकर है, वो खुद डिसाइड करता है प्राइसेस. क्या यहाँ पर फ्रीडम ऑफ एंट्री एंड एग्जिट है? नहीं, हर कोई एंटर नहीं कर सकता मार्केट. इधर पे एआर और एमआर का डाउनवर्ड स्लोपिंग होता है, अपने को पता है. और ये प्राइस डिस्क्रिमिनेशन करते क्यों है? इसलिए जिससे हम लोग ज्यादा बेच सके सामान को. अब अगर मान लीजिए मैं 100 रुपए का सामान बेच रहा हूँ, अब मुझे पता है कि मैं 20 रुपए में भी बेच दूं तो मेरा प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा. बट जो कंज्यूमर 20 में खरीदने को तैयार है, मैं उसको ईगो में आके नहीं बेचूं तो ये तो मेरी बेवकूफी हुई ना. तो मैं 20 में भी बेच देता हूँ, प्रॉफिट तो आए. काफी बार ऐसा होता है कि मैं 100 में बेच रहा था, अब मेरे पास एक्स्ट्रा कुछ यूनिट्स बच गए. अब क्या तो मैं उन्हें बेकार जाऊं, या फिर मैं उन्हें 20-30 रुपए में फेंक दूं, सेल कर दूं. enjoys economies of scale. इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल का मतलब क्या होता है? जब आप लार्ज स्केल में प्रोडक्शन करते हो ना, आपका पर यूनिट का खर्चा कम हो जाता है, तो वो आप इंजॉय कर सकते हो. आप फॉरेन मार्केट्स को कैप्चर कर सकते हो, और आप इकोनॉमी में इक्विटी इंश्योर कर सकते हो, इक्वालिटी इंश्योर कर सकते हो. ये चीजें आप अचीव कर सकते हो. एक और बात मैंने आप लोगों को सिखाया, शॉर्ट रन में आपका सुपर नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट हो सकता है, नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट हो सकता है, लॉसेज हो सकता है. बट लॉन्ग रन में ओनली सुपर नॉर्मल profits will take place. Sir, that's crystal clear to us. Another question that is coming to my mind, answer this. Concept of price discrimination was introduced by, here are your options: A. Alfred Marshall, B. Professor Pigot, C. Lionel Robbins, D. Adam Smith. Which one do you think is the person who introduced price discrimination? Who gave us the concept of price discrimination? The funda of price discrimination? Okay, sir, we got it, sir. So yes, you people are correct in saying it's Professor Pigot. It's Professor Pigot. Next question. Next question. Next question. In monopoly market, if seller is giving 20% discount if goods purchased above 100 units, what kind of price discrimination are we looking at? A, first degree, B, second degree, C, third degree, D, all the above. What say, friends? Wow. Only on listening the question you could answer. Nice. So the answer would absolutely be second degree. Yes. There is no doubt about this, friends. You are absolutely correct in highlighting the same. Absolutely correct in highlighting the same. Next is what? Next question is, next is what? Indian Railways as a part of help the poor initiative has decided that people who work in blue collar jobs mean basically laborers, will get train tickets at 50% discount. What kind of discrimination, what degree of price discrimination are we looking at? A, first degree, B, second degree, C, third degree, D, fourth degree. Come on, everyone. Come on, everyone. Which degree are you looking at? You see here, as you can see, and if you are able to think, customer segmentation is being done. You know, customers are being segmented. That okay, you can pay, you come here. You cannot pay, you go out. So it's like customer segmentation taking place here. Right? So you people are correct if you are telling me this is third degree price discrimination. Okay, next question. Next question. Next question. A monopolist cannot incur losses in short run. A, true, B, false, C, both, D, none. A monopolist cannot incur losses in the short run. What say, friends? Which one? And by the way, friends, there is nothing called 4-degree price discrimination. So obviously, there is nothing called 4th-degree price discrimination. It is only 3 degrees. So yes, friends, you are absolutely correct. You all are saying that, sir, a monopolist cannot incur in losses in the short run. It is absolutely false. Yes, they can make supernormal profits, losses, etc. in the short run. So it's absolutely false statement to say that, you know, they cannot make that. Both perfect competition and in monopoly, in short run, you can be either of the 3 positions: supernormal profits, normal profits, or, you know, losses. But in long run, perfect competition, normal profits. Everybody in the chat write it down. Long run, perfect competition, normal profits. Long run, monopoly, S&P, super normal profits. I hope it's crystal clear, friends. Yes, sir. It's crystal clear, sir. It's crystal clear. So, my dear friends, we have wind up perfect competition and monopoly. Next day, we are going to attack monopolistic competition, and our journey will progress that way only. And our journey will progress that way only. Okay? So make sure all of you revise this and come, because monopolistic competition is somewhat related to monopoly and perfect competition. So if you don't revise and come, you will have trouble in the next class, that is tomorrow itself. All right. So see you then. Goodbye, everyone. That's it for the day. Take care. Tata. Thank you.